Hello, my name is Andrea Stith. I'm the Barron County Extension Agent for Horticulture Education. We're here at the office today, and I would like to do this behind the scenes tour in place of our Master Gardener Mondays. This is a project that the Master Gardeners normally help us with every year, but due to COVID-19, we've had to do things a little bit differently. So, normally the Master Gardeners come in and help us plant 20 different varieties of annual flowers for our trial. So today, my program assistant, Leslie Langley, and I have been planting since about 10:30 this morning. We drove and picked up the plants and came straight back and started planting, and it's a little after 5 and we've just completed. So for our behind the scenes tour, let's talk a little bit about what we did today to achieve our garden planting for the UK trial garden. We picked up 20 different varieties of plants, got them loaded in 2 different vehicles, and drove back to the Barron County Extension office. Then we faced the challenge of cleaning up last year's garden bed to get them ready for our new plants. Took us a little while to do that today, but with the help of our program assistant, Leslie Langley, I was definitely able to achieve that today. Without her, this project definitely would not have been possible this time. So the Master Gardeners definitely thank her for coming along for the ride today and joining me in planting our different varieties for our trial garden. In our variety trials this year, we'll have a variety of different types of plants. We'll have a few different varieties of lantana, some petunia, about 3 different varieties of coleus. I'm really curious to see how they do this year. I always love to see what the foliage of the coleus plant looks like. We also have some verbena and some bidens and a few other things that'll be thrown in, and we encourage you all to check back with us to see the close-up pictures with the names and varieties listed of each plant, and we will tell you how they perform for us this year, and hopefully it will help you in your garden throughout the rest of your growing years. And we will definitely be doing this one as many years as UK will let us, because we love to see the new flowers that are coming out. We'd also like to encourage anybody that may be having some issues with their plants this year. Feel free to contact us at the Extension office, and we'll be glad to help you try to determine maybe what's going on, if you're overwatering, underwatering, if you've got insects or diseases. Those are things that we do like to try to help our community out with, and it is no charge to you at this time, so we hope to continue those services throughout the future. So we'll talk a little bit now about how we arrange our plants in our garden beds. We do a 3x3 grid that brings us the 9 plants that you'll see of each variety in the trial beds. And we do this because we want to allow for our plants to have room to grow throughout the season and make sure that they can flourish and have enough space and they're not overcrowding each other. We also do it to keep each plant together so that we can rate the whole set of plants when we're doing our rating system. And that helps us also to keep track of how many plants of the variety have died. I really hope that you all have enjoyed the behind the scenes photos and videos that we've provided today. It has been a fun little project to show you all kind of what we do and some of the things that the Master Gardeners are involved in, and we'll talk a little bit more about how they help us out with this wonderful project. So what we try to do is we try to grow these trial plants like you would at home. So it gives us the best outcome on what you would see if you planted them in your home garden. We do try to plant things that like shade in the shade and things that like sun in the sun, but due to our environment in our office, sometimes that's not always feasible, and we know at home sometimes that's not as feasible either. So I wanted to talk to you all a little bit today about what they do. The Master Gardeners actually come in usually once a week and they water these, and they do a little bit of weeding. They don't do a whole lot of pruning back or deadheading because sometimes we realize that homeowners may not know which plants they're supposed to do that to and which ones they're not. So we tried to do as minimal care as possible so that we can see how it would do for a general homeowner for our trials. So this year we have a lot of different varieties, and I will be sharing those throughout the rest of the season if you want to check in on our Facebook and see how they're doing. Our Master Gardeners also come in once a month and rate the garden. We rate them based on how they're growing, how they're performing, the foliage color, the bloom color, how well they're doing against diseases and insects, and just really how well they're doing in the environment as a whole. So the ranking system is 1 through 5, and 1 basically means that everything's kind of dying out or dead, and a 5 means that it's doing great, doesn't have any disease, looks beautiful, and is really thriving. So we definitely want to encourage people to drive through, see our flowers this year as we grow them throughout the season. We rate every month through October. So that's when we usually wrap up and end the trial. And we encourage everybody to let us know what you think about the different varieties as well throughout the season. We have them along the side of our office, and then also back towards our demonstration garden, there's a few. And we encourage you all to get out and plant something new, try a new variety, try new things, so you may find something that you love. Hope you all have a wonderful day and great gardening.